Bizarre Brain Comics. Hey, Gary here for Bizarre Brain Comics. And a few weeks ago, well, several months ago, first of all, I started doing some stuff about digest size comics. And first I did the Gold Key Mystery Comics Digest. And then I did, just a few weeks ago, featured a bunch of DC Digest comics. And those were primarily adventure comics featuring the Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes. Well, got a bunch more of DC Digest comics here to show you, to throw at you. And I still leave a whole bunch to go as well. And here, a couple of my favorites. I actually have two copies of this one, which is Plop. Quite some time ago, I did an episode on Plop. Plop. Yeah, and Plop was, of course, it was a DC humor title, but it was done as one of the horror mystery titles. In fact, it even has the hosts from their horror mystery titles: Cain, Abel, and Eve. And of course, this they both have Wally Wood covers. It's really bizarre characters. It was mostly had previously been done by Basil Wolverton, and then they had Wally Wood do some. It's on the back here. Yeah, lists some of the people who are in it, art creators in it, and that's a Wolverton drawing right there. And right here on the back of that is also another Wolverton cover drawing. Even on the inside, Basil Wolverton. I just did Basil Wolverton a few weeks ago. What about in this one? Yep, Basil Wolverton. And this has got a lot of Sergio Aragonés art in it. I love Sergio. He was like one of the driving forces behind this book. Of course, Sergio had done a lot of stuff for Mad, doing the little marginals. And he's got, just as he's got here, around here, all these little drawings all the way around. If you had time to look at them and see that they're all funny. Same thing on this. It's harder to see. Yeah. And I'll cover Sergio sometime, probably with Gru. I love Gru. Love his Gru. And here, a couple from the horror genre: Dark Mansions of Forbidden Love, the gothic romance, and then the best of ghost stories. This has got a interesting Joe Kubert cover on the front. It says what's in the back. It doesn't say much. Some of the characters, and why has it got the gentleman ghost? Oh, no info on that one. And then two of my favorites. I love westerns, and they're so rare anymore. Jonah Hex, another weird western, or rather western tales. He was from the pages of Weird Western, and then he later got his own title. I really like this cover painting, and I do not know who did it. There's another cool painting, and this is A lot of good reading. John Albano or Tony DeZuniga. I really like DeZuniga's art. His stuff was so great for Western and war comics and the what else? The war and Sword and Sorcery. He did some work with for Marvel and Conan the Barbarian. It was mostly inks. Now we get over into some superheroes, team stuff. These are all teams. Of course, the Doom Patrol. Reprinting some of the early Doom Patrol stuff. Get an idea who's there and who did the artwork. And it doesn't say. Oh, cover artist George Peruse, but that doesn't say the interior stuff. They didn't at that time. They did when they started initially doing that. They didn't give credits. And then this really rough copy of Super Friends. I covered Super Friends some time ago. Yeah, I got it for 25 cents, probably at a who knows where, flea market or something, with Ramona Frieden art. And of course, Super Friends are just basically Justice League, and all these stories are not all just Super Friends stories. Some of them are older Justice League stories too. They kind of all fit the bill. And then here we have Justice League of America and a couple of Justice Society. Yeah, Justice League. And Ross Andru and Dick Giordano did that cover for the Justice League. 33 stars in one epic adventure. There's a 3-part JLA classic, Justice, and it co-stars Justice Society and Seven Soldiers of Victory. You don't ever hear anything about them anymore. Then we got Justice Society, and this looks like it's reprinting some really old stuff. The original Justice Society. Let's see what it says. Let's see what's in here. Wasn't all that far back because it's got Power Girl in it. Oh yeah, classic old Green Lantern story. So it's Justice Society has Green Lantern. It's got Superman. Cool stuff. Dr. Midnight. Yeah, so that's classic Justice Society. And here we have Justice Society again. 2 novel-length JSA adventures. Old Green Lantern. Justice, really old stuff there. It's always fun. It's always fun reading these things, and of course, they haven't done these in over 30 years, 35 years, something like that. There was the only publisher, to my knowledge, it still does. I thought I had more than that. I know I did. Well, I thought I did. 2 copies of this one. Teen Titans. I thought I had more issues, but I guess it was just 2 of the same issue. Teen Titans. This is early Titans. That goes back to the 60s here. And of course, they've got the new Teen Titans on the cover. It's got Hawk and Dove there. And Robin, even before he was, some old stuff. Oh yeah, 60s and early 70s stuff in there. To my knowledge, Archie Comics is the only one still publishing digest-sized comics. I got a bunch of those, and we'll take a look at some of those sometime. And then, the last time I did this, we had all those adventure comics, and mostly featuring Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes. Well, these aren't adventure comics, and they feature Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes and just the Legion of Superheroes. Gil Kane cover on that one. Very, very attractive, very dynamic, just eye-catching. Bender and Schaffenberger for that back cover. Let's take a little look and see what's inside. That's some old stuff. Legion of Superhero stuff. 50s or early 60s. Yep. How about these? Yep. Same thing. And it has some more stuff later, late 70s or early 80s. This is number 24. So what year was that? 82. Yeah, so that was probably some late 70s stuff. And a couple more Legion of Superheroes. Of course, duplicate copies again. Superboy and the 5 Legion Traitors. Oh, some more real old stuff, 50s or 60s. Yeah. Who did that? What does it say? Nope. Oh, there it is. Kurt Swan and George Klein. Love Kurt Swan. Yeah. See that Superboy face? That's definitely Kurt Swan. Great Kurt Swan. And then we round it out here with the Secret Origins of the Legion of Superheroes. So that's right. 6 power-packed premiere appearances. So this will definitely mostly go back. Oh, this was more recent, from the late 70s, early 80s. Mike Grell art. Yeah, that was 70s. When he was doing that. Oh, I really like... this is George Tuska, I think. I really like his stuff on there. Looks like I don't see any credits, though. George Tuska. Oh, that's a nice one. That page. That's a real nice page. Yeah, more recent stuff. And we go back to some of the older stuff. John Fort did the artwork on this, and I'm not as familiar with him. Looks like it's pretty good, though. So that is all that I was going to show you this time around. Just a little shorter one. It's fun. Lots of good reading in these. As I said, these sometimes you can find old ones in the at the comic shops, but I tend to find these mostly like at thrift stores. Which I think is kind of odd. I don't see them so much anymore. Usually what I do find at thrift stores or Archie Digest comics. But as far as these are concerned, the superheroes, you don't see them. And as you can see, I have a bunch of DC Digest comics. Yep. And I had a bunch, showed you a bunch last time, showed you a bunch this time. I got a bunch more to go. So we'll continue this another time. Yeah. Have some fun. If you find them, they're always fun to read if you come across them. So be sure to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. I don't mind. If you've got some of these, hey, great. Go out and find you some more. They're getting more expensive, but if you're lucky enough to find some like at a thrift store, it'll be next to nothing. But they're also liable to be in bad shape, like some of these, like that one right there. Bad shape, but okay, that's fine. Thank you for joining me, and remember, comics are art.